Hi guys, it's Atsuna here and I want to do a quick little demo of how I use my mobile presets. Now I'm going to start off by importing the presets to my phone. You would click on the bottom right corner, the picture icon, click on add from camera roll, click on the two images with the presets and wait for it to load. It should take a few seconds. There they are. This is the cozy nature preset. I would click on the three dots in the top right corner, click on copy settings, make sure there's a check mark on all of the settings, click OK, click on the three dots in the top right corner again, and click on paste settings. And this is what that does with the presets applied and everything. So I'm gonna do a second way, and this is an easier way in my opinion. You click on the top three dots, you can create a preset, and make sure there's a check mark on all of the settings without a 0. And then you can name the preset. This specific preset, I call it Berry City. Berry City, click done, check mark. And now this is an unedited photo and I can apply the presets to this photo. Right here, click on Berry City, click on check mark, and there you go. So now I'm going to briefly go over how I use my mobile presets. I'm going to click on selective, hit the plus sign, and then the brush. And now I'm going to paint all of the background. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bump up the clarity and sharpness to 100 for this image. And this is something that I do to all my images. I always bump up the clarity and sharpness to about 50 to 100. And I like to do this because I feel like it really brings out the detail and texture and just gives your image an extra contrast boost. And like so. Don't forget to also get the CN Tower. This photo was shot in Toronto for those of you that are curious. Like so, get all of the background. Sometimes I also like to get parts of my clothes as well. I'll get my jeans and the bag. And that looks good to me. Click on effects, bring up the clarity to 100, click on details and bring the sharpness to 100. And this is how it looks. Now this is an absolute step that I do for all my images. I always use a selective brush and I paint all of the background and some parts of my clothes, and I set the sharpness and clarity to about 50 through 100. Now for this specific image, I feel like the sky and t-shirt is looking a little dull and gray, so I'm going to go ahead and click on the selective brush again, hit the plus sign, hit the brush, and I'm going to start painting the shirt. Paint away. And so what I'm going to do with the t-shirt and sky is I'm going to bring up the highlights. As you can tell, I'm doing a very rough edit since I want to make this video as short as possible. So I'm gonna do kind of a sloppy job. But as you can see, there you go. I'm going to use the erase tool to get it off of the CN Tower, some parts of the building. And there, that's looking better. So I'm going to bring up the highlights to about, I think, 20 looks good to me. And then click on the check mark. And this photo is already looking so much better. Another thing that I would probably do with this specific image is I would go to color, hit mix, bring up the red saturation to about 50, 55. That brings out the color of my lips. I'm also gonna hit blue and bring up the saturation all the way to 100, and I feel like that brings out the color of my jeans. And there you go, hit done, and that looks good to me. So I typically would do a much more meticulous job at editing my photos, but I wanted to give you guys a rough idea of how to edit your mobile photos using my mobile presets. And I hope you guys enjoy using my mobile presets as much as I do, and I hope you guys have a beautiful day.